Dearest, by the time you receive this, it'll be very close to the anniversary, the second, of a very happy time in our lives. That all thoughts, all hopes, all dreams combine to constitute this anniversary of bliss is for both of us the ultimate goal. I can think of nothing nicer to tell you, dearest, about that. Together since last October, we have saved nearly 9/10 of 1 year stipulation. For two in our precarious financial position, I do feel that this is a noble gesture for both of us, and with good grace, we may...
Welcome to Mysterious Developments, a show where you help me track down clues in the photos of lost and abandoned film. To kickstart off Season 2 with a special two-part episode, I bring you a massive collection of photos taken by a war veteran from the late 1940s through about the mid-1950s. From war-torn Germany to the Golden Gate Bridge. This collection was discovered already exposed, rolled up into metal and plastic film canisters like these, and stored in a processing tray and cigar box. Sometimes there were only 20 images in a canister, other times almost 100 were crammed inside. Just over 2,500 photos in all. The man I acquired the film from said they were found in a cellar about 8 or 9 years ago. I can't go over every photo with you, but I can touch on some key events and show you any details that I come across. As far as I can tell, this man was posted in the American-occupied section of Germany after the war. He may have been a member of the 51st Constabulary, which was one of the last posts to pull out. I also know he was there long enough to see at least a couple of seasons pass. He was in the band, as is shown in several photos. Here's the band playing for what looks like a track competition. And if you look closely, you can see they were playing Officer of the Day March. He had his camera with him everywhere. Races, baseball games, on the base, on the countryside, in both continents. He even brought his camera into a lot of places that would likely today be considered a no-no, including movie theaters, museums, plays, a boxing match, and I'm not sure where this is, but a dozen or so paintings are also photographed. Also during his travels, he feeds a deer Ritz crackers and a bear an orange, very endearing but taboo in modern times. I thought this was an interesting moment where it seems as though someone is getting into major trouble. While he was still posted in Germany, he took many images of the war-torn country. Not just focusing on the city, he also traveled the countryside, often putting smiles on people's faces during a difficult time. I don't know for sure if he was religious, but he loved photographing churches. Here's the Cologne Cathedral in Germany, and even though it suffered 14 hits from planes during the war, it remained standing and was completely restored by the late 1950s. I know he spent some time in the hospital, though I don't know why for sure. He doesn't look physically injured, but he is wearing a robe as if he's checked in line with what we've seen so far, he seems curious and lighthearted, spending his time and film poking around and cheering people up. The one thing I really didn't expect to come across was a roll of color film, let alone 2. I can imagine in the late 1940s it was probably about as hard to have color film developed as it is today in 2015. These photos show a parade with this absolutely stunning image of 3 planes in formation at the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. If that wasn't amazing enough, here's what Paris looked like from the Eiffel Tower in 1949. He had 2 cameras with him and chose his color shots carefully. Even though these are more iconic, my 2 favorite photos from the color collection are these ones of the rustic hotel and this produce stand.